Hello guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Gavin, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to mint an NFT live on a real project. This is an absolutely massive project. It's actually the fastest growing NFT project in the space to date, considering it's still pre-launch and there's already almost 200,000 members. So I was fortunate enough to land in their pre-sale list, where they're going to be allowing 2,000 people to mint one of these prior to launch. They're giving us 18 hours to mint one of these to avoid gas wars. I'll talk more about gas later. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. So this video isn't going to be a comprehensive in-depth video on what NFTs are. There's plenty of those on YouTube. You can watch them whenever. So if you're completely new to NFTs or non-fungible tokens, I'll give you a brief overview of what they are, just in case you don't know. They're basically just non-interchangeable units of data that get stored on a public ledger or the blockchain. And when that happens, just like crypto, crypto can be traded, but NFTs can't be traded. They can be bought and sold, but they can't be traded for one another because they're non-fungible. But they can't be traded, they can't be copied, and they can't be stolen. So you can always verify who owns the asset, or at least the wallet, because with the blockchain, it's a public ledger. So you can see the assets that wallet has in terms of cryptos, their NFTs and all that. It doesn't necessarily display their name, but you know it's there. Okay, so let's get into minting. So first things first, what we're gonna do to mint any NFT, you have to have a cryptocurrency wallet. So we're going to go to the most popular one. Pretty much every project uses this. It's called MetaMask. So just go to metamask.io, or if you're just watching to watch, just follow along. So all of these wallets, they're not downloadable software, which makes it very easy. You can install this on any device, including your phone. All it is a browser extension. So we're just going to go to download now. Install MetaMask for Chrome. Okay, so once you download the extension, all you do is you go to your extensions, you click MetaMask. This is going to open the MetaMask extension. Just click get started. So if you already have a wallet and you were logging into a new computer or phone or device, you'd click import wallet and you'd have a secret recovery phrase. But obviously we don't have a wallet yet, or if you haven't minted an NFT yet, you probably don't have a wallet. So you'll just go to create a wallet. You can read over this, just click I agree. So you'll set a password. Okay, you'll click create. And so once you create your password, this is going to it's going to show you a video on how to secure your wallet, but I'll just give you a brief overview. So anytime you create a wallet, especially, so this is called a hot wallet because it's online. So when you create these wallets, how they're stored and how you're able to log onto your wallet on any device is it gives you a randomized 12-word recovery phrase, and this is completely unique to your wallet. No one else has access to that, and no one should have access to that. So whenever you get these words, you want to store them somewhere, and you want to store them in a paper wallet. So if you've ever heard of a paper wallet, it's basically just a piece of paper that has your 12 words on it, because this is what's going to give you access to your wallet. So a paper wallet could be worth millions or tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars or more, because it's literally giving you access to all of your assets on the blockchain. So you want to make sure that this is highly secure. You never want to give it to anyone. You don't want to screenshot this. You don't want to store it on your computer. You don't want to take a picture of it. You want to write these words down and put them in a very secure place, such as a fireproof safe or something like that. So anyways, you just click next, and then that's basically it. So you would have your wallet. So yeah, just do that, and that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do this because once you confirm, you pretty much have your wallet, and that's it. So I will show you what my wallet actually looks like in a second. Okay, so after you set up your wallet, you would go to the project you want to mint. This one is called Fat Ape Club. You can see their public sale is in 1 day, 18 hours, and 33 minutes. So whenever you actually see me mint one of these, it's going to be in 18 hours from now. But I just want to give you guys a brief overview on why this project is as popular as it is. It almost has 200,000 members before launch. It's being promoted on every single large NFT page on Twitter, Instagram, and more. But basically, obviously, the first things first, the art. Is the art good? Because if the art's good, if the branding's not good, no one's going to want it. And the reality of NFTs is that anyone can create an NFT collection, just like anyone can create a company or whatever. But what is going to make a project stand out and work and end up being successful in the long run is the development team, their art, and their roadmap. So first things first, just based off this website, you can see it's a very well done website. The developers know what they're doing. They know how to make it look clean and simple. So what's really cool about this project is there are going to be 10 fat apes that are heroic apes. So if you don't already know, a lot of these NFT collections have like 10,000 items, but they're all different. They all are completely unique. None of them are the same. And they all have certain traits that make some more rare than others, like one of ones, in terms of like a certain hairstyle. Maybe only one has that, and all these other things. But in this particular project, there's going to be 10 heroic apes, and whoever mints one of these heroic apes will get $10,000. And then one of the 10 heroic apes is a Lamborghini heroic ape, and whoever mints that one, the lucky minter will either receive a 2020 Lamborghini Huracan or $250,000 in Ethereum. So that's awesome. That's an amazing marketing move right off the bat. But what really got me interested in this project and why I was able to get in the whitelist when I joined the server, they only had about 2,000 members, is looking at their roadmap. Because what a lot of people don't understand about NFTs is it's not just about the art. A lot of times there's built-in utility or functions with the NFTs. So for example, with this one, this actually changed now because there were some problems with OpenSea, which is the largest secondary market platform. Basically, if you don't know what that means, let's say we went on here, we minted one of these, they sold out. So every project that has been fully minted in terms of right from the project's website, and you see these massive sales like CryptoPunks, Fat Ape, Bored Ape Yacht Club, etc. They're on OpenSea, and that's called the secondary market. And so on OpenSea, you can build in royalties into these contracts so that every time an NFT changes hands, whether it's once it's bought and sold, the creators can get 5 or 7.5 or 2.5% of the overall sale. So a lot of these huge NFT projects that make millions of dollars just selling out their NFTs, it's nothing compared to the royalties that they're receiving down the road because of the volume of Ethereum that's being traded as the project grows and gains more traction. So anyways, with this one, what's really cool is it initially said that 40% of the royalties were going to be redistributed to Fat Ape holders. Like I said, they had some problems with their lawyers and OpenSea redistributing those royalties. So they're going to do it in some way. But another thing they say is they're going to use 10% of the royalties for floor sweeps. So if you don't know what a floor sweep, on the secondary market, if you go on OpenSea, you're going to see what's called, I'll just show you guys. So OpenSea.io. We'll go to a collection that I just bought yesterday or 2 days ago. So these haven't been revealed yet. I guess I'll have to explain that in a second as well. But you can see the floor price, and what the floor price is, I guess I should show you a verified project, Bored Ape Yacht Club. So you're going to see the floor price. The floor price is the absolute bare minimum that one of these is selling for. You can't get one under that. But the reality is, if you want to get one that you really like or a more rare one, it's going to be significantly more expensive. But the floor price just means that that is the bare minimum you can get them at. So when it comes to them saying they're going to use 10% of the second market royalties for floor sweeps, what they're saying is if people are trying to flip their apes for a quick profit, whether it's at launch or down the road, the community will use 10% of the royalties to come back and buy those up so that those people who are just trying to make a quick profit and not help the community grow and help the longevity of this project, we're going to use 10% of this fund to come back, sweep up those apes that are being sold at a discount so that it doesn't hurt the overall longevity of the project, and depreciate the value of the overall project by lowering the floor price. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do with this. I think maybe if, for instance, if I mint an ape and everyone loves it, I can get it printed on some merch, and I think I'll probably get a percentage of the sales. I'm not exactly sure how that one's going to work. And then at 75% sold out, they're going to raffle 10 apes. And then, so this is going to be, besides the royalties, this is the other thing that I really love about this project, which is super interesting and honestly kind of complex. I don't really understand how it works. But anyways, it's called breeding. There's another project that does it. It's called CyberKongs. And basically, whoever minted the original project, the original CyberKongs, they're able to make these CyberKong babies. And you can see that just the CyberKong babies have a floor price of almost 7 ETH, which is about $30,000 right now, $28,000, which is insane. That's not even the actual CyberKongs. That's just CyberKongs. That's just from the breeding. So with this, it says that in order to benefit from these breeding functions, you must own at least 2 fat apes. So basically, if you own two or more fat apes, you'll be able to breed and make other apes in the future, which just adds to the value and longevity of the project and is an incentive on top of the royalties for being a holder and not selling immediately for a quick profit. Because ultimately, if you look at major projects that are doing incredibly well, I'll just use the two that a lot of people know of who maybe aren't even that in depth into the NFT space, like CryptoPunks or Bored Ape Yacht Club. A lot of people want to hold those for the value that holding it brings. There's things like this that you can get into being like a Bored Ape Yacht Club member. So once the mint is complete, all fat ape holders will be invited to an exclusive party. So basically, to get into these parties, you will have to be a fat ape holder. So yeah, there's a lot more incentives than a lot of people might think for holding these NFTs, a lot of back-end incentives. It's not just about holding the piece of art. There's also a lot of built-in utility or some type of status, like we see with celebrities buying up NFTs as profile pictures. One, for the status, because a lot of people know they're expensive, and two, it gets them into these community events and parties and stuff. So just a quick little recap. What's the roadmap like? Is it a great roadmap that adds value and longevity to the project down the road, months away from the actual launch date? And then obviously after a project sells out, it goes to OpenSea. OpenSea is the largest secondary market. It's pretty much where 99% of sales are made. That's where you'll find all these big projects. You can go and make bids or buy something. But yeah, so if you guys want a more in-depth video on what makes a project have a much higher probability of success in terms of the roadmap and what to look for, then I will make a completely separate video on that. If I get, let's say, 20 comments and 50 likes on this video, then I'll make a video exclusively just to what I look for when I get into a project. I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, but I can definitely give you insight into what tends to make or give a project a higher probability of success just based on the factors that make the project what it is, like the developers, who's creating it, what's the roadmap, why are people going to want this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, and things like that. All right, so it is the next day, and as you can see, we are now able to mint one of these because it says mint on my screen. Keep in mind, like I said, this is the pre-sale, so they're allowing 2,000 of us to mint the first 2,000 apes out of 10,000. The public sale will commence in about 18 hours. And this is so that For the pre-sale list, we can avoid something called gas wars, which I'm about to show you. So I am about to mint one of these, but I'm probably not going to mint one now. I'm just going to show you. And the reason why is because, so as you can see, I just clicked mint. It already pulled up my MetaMask wallet. Automatically does that through the extension. But for the pre-sale, we had to actually submit our wallet and get on the whitelist, and they did the backend integration for us. But as you can see, it cost 0.1 Ethereum to mint one of these right now. For the public sale, it's going to be 0.3. But the gas fee alone right now it's actually not that bad considering, but it's still $185 just for gas. So if you don't know what gas is, it's basically just the cost to do the transaction on the Ethereum network. The creators of this project, or any project, they don't get rewarded this fee. This is just the fee to process the transaction on the blockchain. So the miners, the ones who are doing the proof of work, they're the ones who actually get rewarded this fee. And so that's why you hear a lot about Bitcoin or Ethereum not being environmentally friendly, because it costs so much, it takes so much electricity and power, and it's just quite frankly not efficient. And so that's why Ethereum 2.0 is going to be coming out, and that's going to be a completely different model, proof of stake network. I don't want to get into that too much. If you guys want, again, drop comments, let me know what type of videos I should make. But basically, to make it very simple, and all you need to know is that the gas fee is just the cost of the transaction to allow the transaction to go through on the blockchain. So basically how the fee changes is the more congestion there is on the network, the higher the gas fee is going to be. I'm not going to mint this right now because I don't think it's worth paying $177 just for gas, because I'm sure if I come back in a few hours or maybe around 4 a.m., the gas fee will drop significantly, probably around 70 or $80. We'll see. But I just wanted to show you that you basically just click mint, you'd click confirm. And then once I do go ahead and confirm it and I show you guys, I'll show you guys how to go on Etherscan, and it will show you the process of the contract pending. And then you can also go to etherscan.io/gas tracker, and it will show you the current gas in Gwei. Don't ask me what Gwei is. Just know that that is how gas is calculated. The higher this number, the more gas it's going to be. Sometimes, like yesterday I checked and this number was like 280 and gas was like $300 for one transaction, which is absolutely just mental. It's ridiculous. So that's why everyone's excited for Ethereum 2.0 to say the least, because to mint these projects, you know, if you want to mint 5 of these and you end up paying $600, $700, $800 in gas, you just wasted a ton of money just on transaction fees when you could have added more to your wallet. So people are going to be excited for that. I will check back once I feel like gas is going to be lower. I don't know if you guys remembered, but in the other one, when I was on Bitcoin Billionaires, everything was loading because they haven't done the reveal yet. So everyone who's minted there so far in this pre-sale, you can see them here on the OpenSea account. There's nothing there because these haven't been revealed. And if you remember me showing you guys the Bitcoin Billionaires, and they were like loading animated GIFs, I'll show you guys what they look like now because the reveal was done last night. So now whenever you go on Bitcoin Billionaires, it actually shows the billionaires that were minted. But when a project is just getting launched, especially if it's a pre-sale, they won't do a reveal for probably 1 to 2 days, and that's for 2 reasons. One, the chances, there's 10,000 items in all of these projects for the most part. The chances of you getting a rare are very low. You're probably going to be in the top 5 or 7%. The rest of the 90 to 93 or 95% of people are going to get a lot more common NFTs, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because if you have the most common NFT in Bored Ape Yacht Club, that's still worth $140,000. It's just the fact that when people see that, they immediately kind of panic sell, and they want to flip their items, which hurts the overall longevity of a project. So they don't want to do a reveal, obviously, and show what the pre-sale people got. That would kind of hurt the flow of going into the public sale. So even after everyone does the public sale, they'll probably wait 24 hours again. That way they can build up a little bit of hype, excitement, drive up the floor price. So like on Bitcoin Billionaires yesterday, the floor price was 0.19, so it was already double what it cost to mint. And as expected, the floor price dropped back down to the minting price now because there's been a reveal and people want to sell their more common items. But that's just kind of to be expected because, you know, paper hands, you got to diamond hands these if you want to be in the longevity of these projects and eventually have a collection that's worth something like a CryptoPunk or a Bored Ape. You got to hold it for a while and allow it to increase in value as the floor price steadily grows, as the community comes in, builds it up, and as these utility and back-end features come in, like the breeding functions with fat apes, redistribution of royalties and stuff like that. So like I said, once the gas fee drops on this, I'll come back in. Hopefully it will drop. For all I know, it could go up, but I'm quite certain it will drop. So I'll come back and look to mint one of these later. And one thing I will say, if I didn't have enough in my wallet to cover the full fee of $619, the gas fee would be insane. It would say like $20,000 or $30,000. And the reason it does that, a lot of people don't know that. They just think it's high gas. But if it's a super insane number, it's one of two things. That Ethereum contract has already been minted, so someone's already minted it. So the high gas fee is basically saying, hey, you're not going to get this. And two, if it's saying like $20,000 or $30,000 for gas, it means you do not have enough Ethereum in your wallet to cover the cost of the NFT plus the gas fee. Even if you think you have enough, if you're just within $5 or $10 of the range, it might still say you don't have enough, because while it's very likely that the contract will go through when you mint it, it's not necessarily guaranteed, especially if you don't have enough gas. So if you didn't have enough gas and you tried to mint one of these, the contract just simply wouldn't go through, and you would basically pay for the gas fee. You would get reimbursed the fee for minting because you wouldn't get the contract, but you would have to pay the gas fee and you wouldn't get reimbursed. So if gas was $300 and you ended up paying gas but not getting awarded the contract, you would have paid the $300 and not got the contract. So if you see a super high gas fee, it's basically telling you, hey, don't mint this, because either A, it's been minted, which is highly unlikely for this type of scenario, or B, most common, you don't have enough to cover the high-end spectrum of the gas fee. That, because if I click confirm right now and it's $152, if I click confirm, when I go on etherscan.io, it could be different. It could say it actually, because it's always fluctuating, it could say, oh, it actually cost $130, or oh, it actually cost $190 for gas. So that's why it will give you those high fees and basically say, hey, you don't have enough, so come back later or add more, so that the transaction can actually go through. So I will be back later. We'll see what the gas fees are, and I will go ahead and mint one of those. Okay, it's 4:30 a.m. I'm gonna go ahead and confirm one of these. Okay, it's pending. Happy Halloween, by the way. Gas fees were pretty decent. So if we want to, we can just open up the transaction. We can either take the transaction ID and go straight to etherscan.io, or we can just view it right on Etherscan. So essentially, once you mint something, which is basically just buying it, you can track the progress on Etherscan, and boom, so it's done. So boom, it's done. That was quick. That was less than 15 seconds. So, oh wow, that's amazing. I only paid $78 in gas. So if I go to the transaction, you can see, yeah, paid $435 total, $78 in gas. That's actually amazing, considering when it first started minting and everyone started just kind of hopping in and getting theirs, they paid around $300 in gas. So basically, anytime you mint something, you can just take the hash ID right to etherscan.io. It will tell you how much it costs to mint it in terms of gas. It will tell you how much it costs to mint the actual token itself. And it'll also tell you the time, which is absolutely insane. This only took 7 seconds. So honestly, usually when you're minting a project, it usually does take between 5 to 30 seconds, but I did mint a project 2 nights ago and it took 20 minutes. So it kind of just depends. Yeah, that's basically it. So you'll notice when I open my wallet, in my assets, it doesn't show my NFTs, and that's because for some reason in the extensions, it doesn't show the NFT. You have to open up your mobile app. So with MetaMask, there is an iOS and Android app, and in that section, it will show the NFTs. But either way, that's basically it. So I've already minted one. When I go to mint one again, it says you've reached your limit because they only allow us to mint one in the pre-sale. Go into etherscan.io, we can see the transaction. We can see I only paid $78 in gas, which is absolutely amazing. Satisfied with that for sure. Cost 0.1 ether to mint the actual token. And the transaction was sent to this address, which is my receiving wallet address. So that's basically it. That's how you mint a token. And whenever you want to find your token, you can either access it through Coinbase wallet or MetaMask on iOS or Android device. Because like I said, on the extensions, for some reason, it doesn't show the NFT wallet. So you have to check it on your phone. But what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to transfer the NFT I just minted to a hardware wallet, which if you don't know, it's just a more secure wallet. This one has a 24-word recovery phrase, and to confirm a transaction, you actually have to do it from the hardware wallet. So it's basically just a much safer version of the MetaMask wallet, because you never know what could happen with this. It kind of protects you from that. So definitely store the bulk of your cryptocurrencies and valuable NFTs in a hardware wallet. This is the Ledger Nano S. I'll throw a link in the bio just so you guys can check it out. But yeah, that's it. That's how you mint an NFT, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me what you guys want to see. And then maybe in another video, I'll show you guys what these end up going for after the public sale and after they've all been minted and all that. So it is 4:34 a.m. I am out. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.